Hello, Scorpio. This one is for you. That's you, Scorpio. This is the little Tarot Illumination channel, okay? And we're doing reports on North Node in Leo, the big transit from May 2017 all the way to late 2018, okay? It's a big, big transit. And it's about the evolutionary journey, okay? Really important. Please, Scorpio, watch the generic video for all signs. It's about a half an hour if you got the time, and it explains more about the whole energy of the North Node journey, especially since it's in Leo and we're coming out of Aquarius, okay? And this is all happening now. It's a really big shift in energy, and it affects everybody in the world. And just pretend you're on the same bus with the rest of us, okay? And we've all got a lot of karma from the past that we're trying to clear up in one way or another, okay? And so we're going to have fun doing this, okay? We're going to make fun out of it, okay? Not ridicule, but we're going to have fun doing it, okay? Put it that way. For you, Scorpio, the North Node in Leo is going to be happening in your 10th house, okay? So it's going to be very, very public. It's going to be very apparent to everybody else what's going on with your evolution during this period, okay? It's the point, it's the pinnacle of the chart. It's the pinnacle of worldly manifestation and achievement of being here on this planet. It's like being the boss, it's like being in a position of great prominence and holding respect, holding office, and leading by example, okay? There's a lot of responsibility that goes with the 10th house, okay? It's associated with Capricorn energy, but I don't want to confuse you, okay? So the North Node is going to be guiding you and taking you towards becoming a very public person of prominence in your particular world. Doesn't matter how big or small the world, the journey is to come into prominence and a state of responsibility and ownership and being a very good, responsible, parental type leader, especially in a fatherly way. Being that kind of father figure to everyone who actually needs a father, okay? Guidance and instruction and strong leadership, okay? It's really, really hard to do. Good parenting, good fathership is actually not that common. It's surprising. So you would think, but it's actually, being a really good, responsible father is actually incredibly, incredibly hard work. And because you have to live by example as well, okay? And a lot of guys don't necessarily want to do that. A lot of guys are naturally programmed with testosterone to go out and conquer, go forth and multiply and keep moving. Do not stop. Have fun on the way. And do not get tied down with family, okay? That's the worst thing that can happen to a lot of guys. Like, oh my God, I'm trapped at home, trapped in a marriage, trapped with this girl. Oh no, I fathered a few kids. Holy freaking... oh, God. So anyway, the thing is, with the North Node Leo, God, I'm spitting everywhere, excuse me. With the North Node Leo, by definition, your South Node experience is going to be in the 4th house, Aquarius, down at the foundations, where you might have been expending a lot of energy in the home and family environment, acting in very humanitarian ways. And that's very noble. That's very, very wonderful. But you might have taken it too far. You might have become immersed and started drowning in home and family situations where you lost a sense of self, lost a sense of identity. So you're going to have to reclaim that sense of self and start to act it out and in responsible, very, very responsible, exemplary ways that are very, very evident to other people. Sometimes it's very easy to become lost and immersed in family and home, where that's your whole everything. It's your whole wide world, okay? It's understandable. And I would imagine that billions of people live that way. It makes a lot of sense. You know, everybody takes care of themselves in a family situation, and then people have dominant roles and some more less dominant roles, and so on and so on. And there's usually a dominant figure, like a father figure. Now, with that Aquarius South Node in that part of your life, It's great to build foundations and have a good family foundation, but if you've taken it too far to the dereliction and neglect of yourself, then that's not healthy. The opposite needs to be nurtured, where you bring everything that you know about home and family that's good and wholesome, and you bring that out into the world, and you live by example about what it's like to be a responsible parent, okay? Particularly male, but female too. Now the thing is about this particular North Node position, it's very, very masculine. So it might be that if a lot of women are living with this energy, if there are a lot of Scorpio women watching this and they're thinking, how the hell am I going to create a career? How am I going to come into the public arena and live by example by being a very good male parent? Which is almost like saying, like, how do I become a really successful single mom? Which is like stupid. Who deliberately wants to be a single mom? It's kind of not fair. So it might be a really tough challenge for a lot of women, young and old, because it's all about like the career ladder, climbing up the career ladder, taking full responsibility, coming out in the world and making really good stuff happen, coming into your own light, stepping into the limelight about being a leader. Now, because it's Aquarius South Node, it's about being a responsible leader for the good of others with a humanitarian agenda. In other words, how to serve the group. How can you be a responsible parental type leader living by example in a way that's really fun, very, very expressive, very creative, almost like showing off, but in a way that works for the group. Okay? So that's kind of what we're dealing with here. All right, I'll shut up now and we'll get on to the reading. Please, what did I say? Oh yeah, read for your moon sign, read for your rising sign, and watch the preview for everything, okay? So you get a bigger, broader picture, okay? This is not about people with natal born Leo North Node. This is about the big, epic Leo North Node journey for everybody. It's a global experience. We're all on the same bus, and this is your particular version of the story. All right, Scorpio? It's just a very, very public one, okay? Because you're talking about the 10th house. All right, and there's no way out of it. So let's cut. I've done enough shuffling. You saw me. I did a reasonable cut. You are a witness. All right. Here we go. Scorpio. So this would like represent like, where are you coming from? This might be old and noble, wonderful stuff of the past, the foundations where you're very comfortable at home with family and everything, but also everything that's there that's not working properly, where it's been overdone and is redundant, okay? And this is the present, where you are at the moment. And this is a continuous presence, okay, throughout the journey, okay, all the way. So in other words, this card is always present, okay? Next, here's the challenges through this evolution, and here's how we're going to deal with it, hopefully. Because it is a challenge. By definition, evolution is challenge. It means you're facing into the unknown. You're taking on risk. You're preparing yourself to step in the limelight and be that creative, open, expressive, loving person, Leo North Node, in the environment of your 10th house. Okay? So it's going to be a very, very public experience. We're all going to be watching you, Scorpio. And a lot of people are going to be counting on you. Okay? Please understand that. All right, so where are you coming from? Whew, God, thank God. At least you mean well, okay? So Scorpio, you might already have a very, very good understanding of what's going on, at least at the soul level. And you're facing forward very, gallantly and very, very responsibly, fully aware of what lies ahead, okay? So that's very good. It's off to a very, very good start here, Scorpio. It doesn't mean it's going to be easy, because this is like the energy of a really, really strong, like farmer almost, or like a family man or a family person who takes these issues of home and family and foundations very, very responsibly and wants to do the right thing. Now again, because it's South Node energy, it's like it's over. You've been there, you've done that. So it's time to like step out of the family environment, the home environment, and all the comfort and safety and the foundations of family, and move out into the public arena and bring everything that you know about what works in the foundation and the home and the family in the past, about what really, really works, and share that with the rest of us in a leadership manner, like being a good, literally like being a really good parent, father figure, farmer. This card to me is almost the energy of a farmer. This is the person who gets up every morning very diligently, goes to work, assesses the situation in a very, very, very deeply understanding way about the material aspects of life, assesses it and takes care of business. One little tiny step at a time. Oh, we got to water this plant. We got to plow this field. We got to take care of this bank account. We got to take care of this college fund. We got to take care of this chore or that task to make the home and the family work better. And we're going to take charge and do it responsibly in a very, very caring parental way, as if being like a really good, caring, loving father figure, okay? Now, for women watching this, it's the same thing. It's almost kind of adopting that very, very masculine role of being a leader, okay? Which might feel alien, okay? There's plenty of power chicks out there. I know some, okay? And it's amazing. It's magnificent to watch. I get kind of turned on by women of power, women with power. I don't know why. It's just a particular kink of mine. Sorry, that's personal. Oops. Anyway, for you, Scorpio, it's like this is your chance to shine in the public arena at the highest level possible, like being the CEO of this or the boss of this or the leader of that. And everybody's watching you. So this is a chance to do it in a way that is very, let's say, creative and very expressive. Okay? You could be using everything that you know from the home and family environment to bring it into the public, in a public way that is good for the public, but it also serves you. Oh well, in other words, you need to be able to thrive in that situation. So a lot of this is about self-nurture as well, taking care of yourself and outgrowing any limiting, addictive tendencies to the past with family and home, where it's almost like you're always looking to home and family to hide from the world. That's over. That's redundant. That's not healthy. That's toxic, okay? You need to grow out of that, okay? And bring the good stuff that you know. Luckily, it seems to be like you're aware. So what's happening right now as you go through this? Scorpio, look. This exact card happened for another sign, okay? What may be happening with you, Scorpio, is because it's such a sensitive part of the person's identity. Your sense of home and family is typically very, very private, and we like to keep it private and personal. And then discovering that in your evolutionary path, you're going to be taking on a lot of prominence and being in the spotlight, even if you don't want to be. Evolution is going to drag you there, and that might cause a lot of anxiety because all the soft, mushy, very super sensitive side of the fourth house south node, where the Aquarius is going to be exposed, and that could cause continuous long-term low-level anxiety, like, oh my God, I don't want people to know about my personal life, every detail about my family and home. That's awful. I like my privacy. I like my home. I like things to be safe and cozy and secure. I've already done everything I can to keep it locked down and working okay. And now you're telling me I've got to go in public and tell everybody else what to do and how to do it, living by example in a very, very vivid, understandable way? That's just unbearable. That defies all my sense of home and family. It's like turning my sense of home and family into like a TV show. I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that. No, 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 no. Please, no, 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 no. Well, it doesn't have to be that bad, okay? We're going to be focusing on the good stuff. And you can, like, bring out the, like, take all the treasures that you know about in terms of the foundations of home and family and what works, bring it into the spotlight, show us what to do and how to do it, show us what works, lead us and guide us, and do it in a way that's very, very expressive. But you don't have to, like, bring up every family detail, okay? You can just, like, um, turn it into storytelling, okay? Turn it into like a discourse, and you can depersonalize it. You know, the Aquarius South Node is very impersonal. Bring that impersonal energy forward, but make it very personal in the way you express it, okay? I hope that makes sense. Allow yourself to be very creative, very expressive, very, very open, very, very generous with your warm, loving heart energy from the home that you already know about, okay? And yeah, okay, so it might be stressful. It's like, oh my God, I'm going to be naked. Everyone's going to see how I really am, okay? Because that fourth house energy is usually very, very private. It's where we sleep. It's where we protect ourselves and nurture ourselves and farm ourselves. And it's the home and the hearth. Why would we want cameras everywhere in every room? You don't have to do it that way, okay? So what's the challenge with this evolutionary path here, okay? I understand your anxiety, Scorpio. Seriously, it makes total sense. It's like a reality show. Oh my God, I'm going to end up turning into a reality show. No, no, no. What's the challenge? Like, don't worry, okay? By fearlessly following this path and, like, taking on the role, bringing everything that you know with you from the past that you know works, that's very, very noble and responsible. That's kind of what you have to do. But if the challenge is that you're scared of this resurrection, it's understandable, because this is very profound. It's almost like if let's take on more the female energy here, because the North Node Leo is very, very masculine, okay, in its pathway. But there are women watching this show as well, young and older, okay? And it's the same path for all the Scorpios. The Leo North Node is taking all the Scorpios into the position of maximum prominence in the 10th house, okay? Which could be such a kind of like, it's almost like upheaval. This is not the Tower Core. This is more like, it's like resurrection, okay? Now, if you're very, very comfortable in the home and you don't really want to be upset and you love being addicted to all the lovely things about home, to the point where I don't even care if I'm addicted. I just want to stay at home and be happy and just have the family the way it works. But that's dysfunctional. Even if you meant well with a lot of humanitarian Aquarian agendas, fine. But it's redundancy. That's redundancy. And so if the big challenge is like resurrection, actually becoming you, that's understandable why you get this, because this is a huge, huge card of resurrection and redemption, where when you go on public display, well, let's say you're in the bus with the rest of us and you got the seat over there in that corner, and you're slowly coming to realization, step by step by step by step by step. There's no way out of this. In order to relieve the anxiety, you're going to have to step by step by step by step walk right into redemption, which is a wonderful thing. It's just that sometimes people don't want to be saved. They don't want to save themselves. They just want to stay cozy with the status quo where they are. But that's not cool. That's very non-self-serving. And the whole thing about the Leo North Node is you've got to come into yourself, your big, bright, shiny self, and that's going to be in the career area. So let's talk about career in the broadest sense. Being very prominent, okay? Bringing out everything that you know and putting it on display. Now, in the display, and in terms of leading by example with the Leo North Node there, it means you're probably going to be exposing what doesn't work. In other words, hi people, here's an example of what works, what works, what works, works. This is what we're going to do and how we're going to do it, okay? I'm taking responsibility here, and I'm just telling you what works in the home and family. But people are going to be raising their hand on the bus. Well, we did this, we tried this, we tried that, we tried that. Well, then you dear Scorpio, would have to go, well, here's an example of what doesn't work, okay? And then you might have to dig into like examples and stories of what doesn't work so that people understand. And that would be part of the role of being a responsible leader in that area. But it exposes you, okay? It means you're extremely, extremely, extremely exposed. Look at these people. They're all freaking naked, okay? Stripped down naked. But that's the beauty of it. You're forgiven, okay? It may be very challenging to have to bring all this very private, intimate stuff into the public arena, okay? I understand the challenge, Scorpio, believe me. So how are we going to deal with it? Okay, you're going to seize it. You're just going to grab it and freaking go for it and like gulp. Like, okay, people, there's no way out. I know what to do. I know how to do it. And I'm going to inspire others, okay? I'm going to adopt this leadership role. And even if I'm doing it a little bit deep, deep trepidation, and I'm really scared shitless about coming into the public eye, I hope you forgive me, everybody. I'm going to tell you what I know and what I've got. Because if you don't mind me saying, I actually kind of know a lot about what works. And half of that is because I know an awful lot about what doesn't work in the home and the family. So let me show you, okay? So this is a really, really inspiring energy of like, you know what, screw it. I'm going to get up on stage in the public eye, and I'm going to be very, very exemplary, living by example, showing you how to rise up into this Leo North Node energy and evolve, okay? It's really, really important. You're going to take charge. You are going to become the master of this, and people will respect you, and you will get the rewards and accolades that you deserve. It's not going to happen tomorrow. It's a journey, okay? And as you evolve, all these little swords of anxiety are going to be chipped away, chipped away, chipped away, chipped away. The more brave and more courageous you are, okay? And in so doing, you will move more closer and closer and closer and closer and closer to your own redemption. And even on the way, you're going to might appear naked, but you're living by example because you're going to show everyone else that that's what they're ultimately going to have to do anyway. So get over it. In other words, just get over yourselves, people. Don't worry, Scorpio. You're going to be fine. You're going to be absolutely fine, okay? In fact, you're going to be inspiring us. You're going to be leading us, okay? It's a journey. You're not going to achieve this status tomorrow. It's a journey, okay? You're going to grow and grow and grow stronger into this because you've got such a freaking awesomely good foundation, okay? Even with all the flaws. Even though you're shit scared of coming into the spotlight and receiving your own accolades and your own redemption, okay? So go for it, Scorpio. Fucking being a rock star in the public arena. Take that leadership role. You can do it, Scorpio, because we're going to count on you, all right? Bye. Gotta go.